Have you ever looked in the mirror and wondered, do people still notice me? Am I still attractive now that I'm older? It's a quiet, lingering thought that many men carry with them as they age. They may never say it out loud, but it echoes in their mind when they see younger men get all the attention. Society is obsessed with youth, glorifying smooth skin, lean bodies, and fast energy. But here's a truth almost no one tells you. Maturity has its own magnetic power. In fact, you may be far more attractive than you realize. Not in spite of your age, but because of it. Today, we're diving deep into the 8 powerful, science-backed signs that you're a good-looking older man, even if you've never thought of yourself that way. These aren't about fake charm or chasing trends. They're rooted in psychology, body language, self-awareness, confidence, and the kind of presence that only comes with time. And make no mistake, women notice. They notice more than you think. This video isn't just a checklist, it's a wake-up call. You'll discover how subtle signals you give off, how you carry yourself, how you speak, how you don't chase approval are deeply attractive in ways younger men can't fake. Stick with me until the end, because once you recognize these signs in yourself, it will completely shift how you see your value as a man and how women see you too. Before we dive in, a quick favor that makes a huge difference. If you find value in these powerful and timeless insights, smash that like button. It helps this video reach more men who need to hear this message. And if you're new here, or you've been watching without subscribing, hit that red subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you're always the first to know when we drop new videos on attraction, psychology, and personal power. I also want you to be part of the conversation as we go. As you watch, interact in the comments below. Type 1 if a sign resonates with you. Type 0 if it doesn't apply. Your comments help others reflect, and they keep this community alive. All right, now that we've got that out of the way, let's get started. Sign number 1. Younger women feel comfortable around you. Now let's get into it, with one of the most overlooked but powerful signs. Younger women feel at ease in your presence. It may seem small at first, almost invisible. Maybe it's the barista who pauses at your table just a few seconds longer than necessary. Maybe it's your younger coworker who smiles more when you walk into the room. Or a friend's daughter who listens just a little more closely when you speak. These aren't random. They're subtle, unconscious signals of comfort, admiration, and emotional openness. And here's the truth most men don't realize. Comfort is a gateway to attraction. Younger women often feel emotionally restless around men their own age. Immaturity, ego, and performative masculinity create tension and uncertainty. But you radiate something entirely different. Calm energy, emotional maturity, grounded presence. You don't need to dominate the conversation, brag about your achievements, or try too hard to impress. You listen. You speak with intention. You carry yourself with quiet confidence, and that is magnetic. Women feel safe around you. They laugh more freely. They ask your opinion. They lean in, not just physically, but emotionally. And here's the psychological secret most men never learn. When a woman is comfortable, she opens up. And when she opens up, that's when true attraction begins. So the next time a younger woman engages with you effortlessly, don't dismiss it as politeness. Recognize it for what it is. A silent, unspoken signal that you're the kind of man who stands out. Because you don't need to try. Sign number 2. You get compliments on your style or grooming. This next one might catch you off guard, but it speaks volumes about how others perceive you. If people, especially women, consistently compliment your clothing, your haircut, your beard, or even the subtle scent of your cologne, it's not just flattery. You're making an impression. As we grow older, style becomes more than just fashion. It becomes a statement of identity. Maybe you've refined your wardrobe over the years. Maybe your beard is always well-groomed. Maybe your cologne doesn't shout, it whispers sophistication. These things aren't random. They're the quiet signatures of a man who respects himself, and women notice. See, it's not about being trendy or flashy. You don't need designer logos or bold colors to stand out. What truly matters is intentionality. A clean, well-fitted shirt, a tailored jacket, a polished but effortless look. These small details communicate purpose. Your grooming, the precision of your haircut, the cleanliness of your nails, the way you carry your scent, tells women something powerful. This man pays attention. And here's the deeper truth. When a man takes care of himself, women instinctively believe, he'll take care of me too. Self-respect is contagious, and when it shows in how you dress, walk, and groom, it silently commands respect and admiration. So the next time someone compliments your style or asks what cologne you're wearing, smile. It's a sign. You're not invisible. You're being seen for the right reasons. Sign number 3. Women give you lingering looks. This one's easy to miss if you're not paying attention, but it's one of the clearest indicators of attraction. You're at the gym, or maybe you're at the grocery store standing in line, minding your own business. And then it happens. You lock eyes with a woman. She doesn't just glance and look away. She lingers, just for a second or two longer than expected. No words, no smile, just that extended gaze. That moment, it's not an accident, it's a message, a non-verbal invitation that says, I see you, I feel something, I want to know more. This is the female equivalent of a bold move. She may never walk up and introduce herself, but with her eyes, she's expressing curiosity, interest, even desire. And here's the twist. It's usually not about your muscles, your clothes, or even your looks. It's about your energy, the quiet confidence in how you sit, how you sip your coffee, how you own your space without demanding attention. That calm, self-assured presence, it's magnetic. It makes her wonder about you. That lingering glance, that's her body leaning in before her words ever do. Sign number 4. Women come to you for advice or help. Now here's one that speaks directly to the power of your presence. As you age, you might notice something new. People, especially women, start coming to you for advice. But this isn't about asking for directions or lifting something heavy. This is emotional trust. They ask about life choices, relationships, work, and they ask you, why? Because they sense something rare. Stability, emotional intelligence, wisdom. Younger men often have energy and ego. But you have perspective. You've lived through heartbreak and healing. You've built careers, maybe raised a family. You've made mistakes, fallen, and gotten back up. That kind of experience can't be faked. And it radiates in how you speak, how you listen, and how you stay grounded even when emotions run high. Women, especially those who are tired of emotional chaos, are drawn to that. They don't just want your answers. They want the feeling they get in your presence. Calm, clarity, safety. And here's the powerful truth. Being admired for your mind, your stability, and your ability to guide. That's one of the most deeply attractive traits a man can develop, because admiration, it's more than attraction. It's the foundation of lasting love. Sign number 5. You have a confident, relaxed presence. You don't chase attention. You don't need to be the loudest man in the room. And yet, somehow, people notice you. That's because one of the most undeniably attractive traits in a man, especially to women, is a calm, grounded presence. It's not about arrogance. It's not about being dominant or overly assertive. It's about something far more powerful. You're comfortable in your own skin. You're not trying to impress anyone because you've already proven everything you need to yourself. This quiet self-assurance is rare, and when women sense it, they don't just see it, they feel it. It creates an emotional space where they feel safe, respected, and calm. You don't flinch under pressure. You don't need applause or validation. You radiate a strength that doesn't shout. It whispers. And the thing about that whisper, it's often louder than any words could ever be. When you walk into a room with your head high, shoulders back, and a subtle ease in your movements, you're silently telling the world, I know who I am, and I like the man I've become. That kind of energy, it cuts through the noise. It calms anxiety, commands respect, and draws people in without effort, without noise, without performance. And for women, especially in a world overwhelmed with chaos and ego, that kind of presence, it's like breathing fresh air. Sign number 6, you get subtle compliments on your physical fitness. Now let's talk about something most older men completely underestimate. Your body still speaks, even if you're not ripped like a 25-year-old. You don't need six-pack abs or a chiseled jawline to be seen as fit and attractive. But if people, especially women, say things like, you look strong, you're in great shape for your age, you seem really active, that's not just small talk. That's admiration. That's respect. They're noticing something deeper. Your discipline, your effort, your self-respect. Because physical fitness in your later years isn't just about appearance. It's about vitality. That inner energy that shows up in your posture, your stride, the ease with which you pick something up or stretch without strain. That kind of movement says, I take care of myself. I still have fire, and I'm planning to stick around, strong, sharp, and focused. Women are incredibly tuned into these subtle signs. A man who respects his body is almost always a man who respects his mind, his time, and his relationships. So when you walk into a room with steady posture, confident steps, and the quiet glow of someone who moves, even without saying a word, women feel it. And even if they never speak it aloud, they admire it. It's not about impressing the world. It's about honoring yourself. And that, more than anything, is what makes you stand out. Sign number 7. Women laugh at your jokes, even the cheesy ones. Have you noticed this? Women consistently laughing at your jokes, even the ones you secretly think are corny or dad-level humor. That's not just polite behavior. It's a powerful sign of attraction. Laughter is more than just humor. It's chemistry. It's connection. It's a silent language of comfort, openness, and emotional resonance between two people. You might toss out a line that gets an eye roll from your buddies, but when she laughs, it's not about the punchline. It's about you. Why? Because humor, especially effortless and playful humor, is a direct window into emotional intelligence. A man who can laugh at himself, who brings joy without being crude, arrogant, or overbearing, that man shows something vital. He's secure. He's real. He doesn't need to be perfect to be magnetic. Women are naturally drawn to men who make them feel good. And laughter is one of the purest, most immediate ways to create that feeling. Even a goofy, offbeat joke, when delivered by a man who's relaxed, warm, and grounded, feels safe, intimate, and genuine. It's not forced. It's just you being you. And if you've ever seen her really laugh, eyes squinting, hand covering her mouth, body leaning in, that's when you know you've hit something deeper than humor. You've touched a nerve of emotional compatibility. Sign number 8. You notice subtle flirting gestures directed at you. Now here's the crown jewel. As an older man, the flirting you receive probably doesn't look like what you remember from your 20s. It's not loud or obvious. It's graceful, intuitive, and layered. She might twirl her hair slowly, brush it behind her ear just as your eyes meet. Adjust her clothes, not out of function, but to get your attention. These aren't random moves, they're primal. You might catch her mirroring your body language. You lean back, she leans back. You smile, she mirrors it almost instantly. That's called mirroring, a subconscious signal of connection and alignment. And then there's touch. Not always obvious, but it's there. A light brush on your arm, a gentle graze of her hand, or leaning just a little closer than necessary. This soft, subtle, deliberate language of the body, women use it long before words even come into play. When a woman finds a mature man attractive, she sends these signals to see if you're paying attention. A lingering glance, frequent eye contact, a playful smile after a compliment, a hand resting on the table just a little closer to yours than expected. None of these are coincidences. They're her way of giving you the green light, not with words, but with presence. And the more tuned in you become to these subtle signals, the more you'll realize attraction is always speaking, even when lips remain silent. Sign number 9. She remembers the small things you say. Have you ever casually mentioned a favorite book, a funny childhood story, or even your go-to coffee order? And then, days or even weeks later, a woman brings it up out of the blue. That's not random. When a woman remembers those little details, it means she's truly listening. She's mentally bookmarking pieces of you because she values your words. Why? Because she cares. And more importantly, she's emotionally invested. This goes beyond casual interest. This is a sign that something about your presence made her feel connected, even if she hasn't put it into words. It's also a sign of respect, and in attraction, respect is the foundation of everything lasting. When she remembers your favorite drink and orders it for you without asking. When she recalls your dog's name, your weekend plans, or your favorite quote. She's not just being thoughtful. She's flirting through memory. And that, my friend, is powerful, because attraction isn't always loud or obvious. Sometimes it's quiet, intentional, and absolutely unforgettable. Sign number 10. She finds reasons to spend time with you. When a woman is genuinely drawn to you, she doesn't just stumble into your life by chance. She creates time for you. She doesn't just find it. Maybe she shows up early to an event she knows you'll be at. Maybe she asks for help with something she could easily do herself. Maybe she takes a sudden interest in your hobbies, your routines, or your favorite spots. This isn't coincidence. It's called proximity attraction, a subconscious desire to be close to someone who makes her feel good. She might invite you to join her for a coffee run, errands, or a task that could have been done solo. But the real reason? She wants to be near you, because when she's around you, she feels respected, seen, safe, and maybe even a little admired. Time is our most valuable resource. And when a woman chooses to make room for you in her schedule, that's one of the clearest signs she's drawn to your energy. Not just what you do, but who you are when you're with her. That effort, that presence. That's not just attraction. It's the beginning of something deeper. Let's reflect. You've just explored 10 powerful signs that prove you're still incredibly desirable, maybe even more than you realize. The most important takeaway? Your value isn't fading, it's maturing. With every year, you gain emotional depth, life experience, and a quiet, unshakable confidence. The world may try to convince men that beauty belongs only to the young, but the truth is, true attraction belongs to the self-assured, the wise, the kind, and the grounded. So take a moment now. Which of these signs have you noticed in your own life? Which one surprised you the most? drop a comment below. Share your thoughts, your stories, or even just a simple 1 if this message resonated with you. And if you found value in this video, please like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Because the journey of self-awareness and strength doesn't end here. We've got so much more coming your way. Thanks so much for watching. Remember, a handsome man isn't defined by the mirror. He's defined by how he moves through the world. And by that standard, you may be more attractive than you ever imagined. I'll see you in the next video.